sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green is from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shelley, Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight. Yo, it's about to go down. It's the countdown to the Super Bowl Sunday. Our Philadelphia Eagles take on the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going down. I got my hat on, got me a new Super Bowl hat, displaying my hat. Look, I can't wait, man. I'm so excited for this game because I'm so confident about this game. I have a good feeling. This is unlike, and I don't know if I feel comfortable feeling like this because we rode the last Super Bowl championship under the underdog moniker title, you know what I mean? And every game we were fighting for our respect and everything, and they've been giving it to us a little bit. I mean, we're favored, and well, I guess I'm listening to only Philadelphia sources, but even the national pundits or even a lot of them are picking us too. I don't know how to feel. I feel confident about my team, but I'm not used to sitting in this chair going into the Super Bowl. I'm not used to sitting in this chair. And that's what's making me the most nervous. I'm not even nervous about what we're going to do in the game. I'm more nervous about, wow, I haven't sat in this position of being a favorite and just having a superior squad. I mean, I'm not going to say the Kansas City Chiefs are chopped liver. Not saying that. But when I look at the rosters, you look at the talent on both sides of the ball, we just have a better team, a totally better team, a real grown-ass team. You know what I mean? And although they made it to the AFC and they might sport the best quarterback in the business, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't think that's going to be enough, and that's why I feel so good. But I'm just not used to not being the underdog and having a chip on my shoulder. How are you guys feeling about this Super Bowl?
I'm ready to go.
This week is dragging. Is it me? Is it me? It's moving at a snail's pace. At a snail's pace. I just don't understand it right now. It's stressing me out at this point. I'm starting to feel ill.
Yeah, I just want to get to the game and get this.
I'm not even drinking tonight. I got like cranberry ginger ale.
We had a party, a Super Bowl party at the job, and I'm sitting there looking at everybody while they eating the pizza, and I'm like, man, y'all just don't know right now. Like, I'm lathered up in a different way. Like, I'm ready to get on the field and get this game started. Like, the anticipation, the 2 weeks to wait for this game, to see another game, it's like agony. Like, we watched the Pro Bowl activities, and like, I don't want to watch this.
I didn't even watch the Pro Bowl. I forgot it was on. It felt like it was almost a month ago that they played.
I couldn't watch that mess. I mean, I turned it on, but I was like,
I didn't.
I mean, I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it. I saw a couple. I turned a couple times, and I saw people running around with flags, and I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. It wasn't. I mean, I didn't like the last remnants of when they attempted to play real football because we called it flag football, but it's a whole different thing when you actually see flag football and professional football players playing in it. Nah, I couldn't get with it.
I will confess that I have been binging on all the Kelce brothers content.
I had to stop. I literally had to stop.
I want Mama Donna to adopt me. First of all, because technically they were kind of from the hood, so they have that hood sensibility. So I see where they, all get it from. She's like, I lived in downtown Cleveland. I was like, let me find out.
Yeah. All right, look, let's start this thing, man. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans, And here, although nobody's drinking, we like to talk about our favorite
3
football
for
team,
3 for
Philadelphia.
what?
Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage, which no one is enjoying. I don't know why, Pat, that month is over. Pat thinks
it could be whatever y'all want it to be. We take and sips. Pour some out for our Eagles.
We've been dominant since I was sober.
We've been dominant all year. So,
yeah.
To the tune of 14
I'm glad y'all are keeping pace because I just do whatever every week. So.
Yeah. All right, so here we go to our Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know what you're drinking out there. And down the hats, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the Fruit Corner.
All right, let me get you guys involved in the conversation. And that's
What's
our
up, y'all?
fourth co-host. You guys in the room, thank you for following Eagles Talk. The first person, well, this was actually Mrs. Jones was on it. As soon as we got the notification. This was supposed to be a half hour before we came on. Mrs. Jones be on it. We appreciate your loyalty. See, that was at 6:29.
She must be feeling good if she got that.
Tony Barron was the official first person in the room since the show started. He was Joe Bird fam. Karen second says go Birds. And David Bennett's in the house. He says go Birds. Yeah. Karen Basil, nice. Yeah, this is my Super Bowl hat. I had to put I bought this when I went to the send-off party there. Yeah, they had me spending money out there. David Bennett, you should feel good if we play our game. It shouldn't even be close. And I feel that. I feel that good too. I mean, I do feel that good. What's up, my Eagles Super Bowl family? What's up, Richard Boo? What's up? Yo, I'm all lathered up. Let's go. And for the record, I'm damn comfy being a favorite Dark Knight. Yeah, you're comfortable being a favorite. Yeah, yeah, it feels different. That's all I'm saying. It just feels different.
Dion won't let it go that he says he's the only drunk in the room. We don't get. That's not what we do. We drink responsibly, Dion. You drink responsibly. You trying to get the FTC after us
after the game,
right? That's a different story.
Yeah, after the game Sunday, it might be a different post game this show.
It's a 2-hour delay at school the next day, so they already know it.
Yeah. Quavo said, "What's up, Eagles fam? Wait, not drinking on Thursday show before Super Bowl. Damn it, Nichelle. Blasphemy." JT's in the house. Oh, let me just stop because I don't think I gave proper recognition to the fans of Eagles Talk that showed up at Miller's Ale House last time. JT was there, and I have to give shout out to JT for showing up. He comes from. Where's that? Baltimore?
He was in the DC area.
DC, I'm sorry. He comes from the DC area.
I was like,
and he came all the way up to support. There was another young lady there. I can't. Her name slips my mind, but she was sitting there. She had a fat Eagles jacket on too. Had pink in it and all that. But I can't. She did come up
that jacket was fire.
That jacket was fire. She came up to me and spoke, and I thanked her. And I wanted to give her a shout out too. I'll find her name before the end of the show. Quavo's in there, and I just wanted to thank you guys and everybody who I didn't get a chance to meet who might have been there, but I definitely knew those two were there. So shout out to Chef also. I don't have his sauce with me. I wanted to put his sauce. He gave me some sauce and spice. For both me and Patrick, I appreciated that.
You used it. What you make?
I made a ribeye, and I made some lamb chops.
Ribeye and lamb chops. Okay.
Ooh, okay. And use the saucy sauce. That's what I'm talking. I can't wait to use the saucy sauce. Man, he had the saucy sauce on it. All right. So Mr. Jones is on Facebook. And Mrs. Jones is on YouTube. What's going on here? Y'all
they hold us down as a family on both channels.
Yes, they do. They come on both platforms. Raheem's in the house. He said, "What's up, everyone? 3 days to the Super Bowl. Can't wait. I cannot either, man." Oh, my man Barry, man. Thanks for the support, Barry. We appreciate it. JT, Old Dominion Brew House in PG Maryland. Okay. We're going back to Miller's Ale House for the Super Bowl. So if you guys want to come out and watch it with us, we had a grand time, and that's the last place we had a dominating win. We're going back. We're not going to mess up the mojo, right? We can't mess up the mojo, so we're going back to Miller's, and we're going to have a grand time. We had a grand time there. If you saw any of the footage that I posted on social media, we had a really good time there, and it's always a great time when the Eagles win, and in such a convincing fashion. I talked to a friend of mine. He said, that was not a good game. I said, what? That was a great game. He's like,
what are you, Chiefs fan?
I said, I said, it matters your perspective. I'm an Eagles fan, so it was a great game. He said, yeah, but it wasn't for people that are not football fans. That was, I mean, for not Eagles that were not Eagles fans, that was not a good game. I said, well, you know what? I hope the Super Bowl is not a good game either, because I want another dominating win. I hope that other fans of other teams look at that game and be like, oh, this is boring, because we are stomping on the Chiefs. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Sunday's game is not a good game for other NFL fans.
True. True. The thing about it is we're getting disrespected because they lost their quarterbacks. Like, if you don't put a third string tight end on one of the premier pass rushers, then you'll have a quarterback. Like, you gotta stop saying stupid things after the fact. That's gonna happen if you put a Dark Knight out there to block freaking Reggie White. That's what you think is going to happen.
I ain't even going to block.
Why he got to throw you right?
Yeah, I'm not blocking Reggie. I'm just saying. That's exactly what would happen to Randall Cunningham. I would turn and run the other way. I would turn around and warn Randall that Reggie is coming. Like, yo, he's coming. You better get out the way. Because I'm damn sure.
You get one of the lookout blocks. Look out!
You funny. They're still butthurt. It's starting to get sad at this point. The 49ers, like, why they're still in the news. Pathetic. And it's like, it's almost Super Bowl and y'all are still giving sound bites about your game.
It's embarrassing.
It's cool the first 48 hours, but y'all still chirping.
I know. This is like, we
now you just
3
look
days
sad.
away from the Super Bowl. We in Super Bowl weekend. You guys are still talking. I mean, but like I told Pat in the pregame, I ain't got time for the people at home. Okay, I don't have time for the people with his butt hurt at home.
Listen,
watch the game. I hope I hope it's not a good game for you, because I hope we're blowing them out. And just take your medicine like a man. That's all. Damn, it wasn't our fault.
The joke is they're just giving us fuel for next season because they got to come see us in our house. So what you think, we're not going to take them quotes and put them as posters on the wall? We're not going to forget that.
Not ever.
Oh, y'all talked all that. Oh, we just going to have to beat you again just because you were being disrespectful.
Tony says, is it considered responsible consumption if he start at 8 a.m. on Monday? Because that's when the Super Bowl comes on. Super Bowl comes on around lunchtime in Australia, right around that time.
Are you home or in a bar and safe? Then be responsible.
I'm going.
Yeah, this is okay. That's a national holiday. Monday, Super Bowl Sunday is a national holiday. It's going to be one. Watch before it's all over. I tell you, it's going to be a national holiday because that's how they treat the game. The game is such a big spectacle, man. They were talking about it today. Like halftime is like twice as long, and the players have to sit out that long. Even before the game, they were saying it's like a lot of pageantry and all that goes on, and they just want to play football. They just want to play football.
They keep playing Alshon Jeffries.
Yes, I'm going to say the same thing. Like he's like,
this is bullshit. This is all bullshit. I hate this stuff.
Like these players, all this basically this is fanfare. You get all these dumb questions. You get a guy from a different news broadcast and ask Nick Sirianni, would you let one of your players date your daughter? Like, yo, his daughter is like,
the disrespect.
Like it is stupid.
Which player would you let date your daughter? What kind of trifling ass question is that?
It's just ridiculous.
Of a 4-year-old.
These questions are being asked, and you sit there and you try to hold yourself and be composed about it. And like, yo, you an idiot. Like, no, I ain't answer that question. Like, how did you get credentials to get in here?
What about what dude said to Jalen? I didn't think
you apologize.
You would make it to the Super Bowl, so I'm here to apologize as a man. No, he didn't have to say it. He could have said it off camera. No, he recorded himself to say it. So no, he was clout chasing at that moment. I'm apologizing as a man. He was like, cool, like what the hell you want me to say, dude? Really?
Right.
That's not a backhanded diss. Come on. But I'm apologize. I never thought you could do.
Yeah. Let's get all
Unnecessary
this
words.
media out. Today's the
Unnecessary
last day of
words.
media coverage for these guys, and they can get back to work. I know they've already been working because you saw the Philadelphia Eagles social media account. You know, they out there lifting, they out there getting their work in. I'm not sitting here telling you what I'm looking at the Chiefs doing, but I know the Philadelphia Eagles out there working their ass off to make sure
Every
they
day.
finish the job.
Every day.
Yeah, and I got a good feeling that we just might.
Mhm.
Let me see. Go to some comments here. Oh no, right here. The bookends. Our bookends are going to eat Mahomes up. I believe that too. I believe that pass rush. He hasn't seen a pass rush like that. And although he is the great Mahomes, and he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, I think that when you make it hot in the kitchen for any quarterback, it makes them nervous. Yeah, it makes them nervous. The greats, Tom Brady. I mean, you start hitting, you put some hits on those guys, and even the great ones will fold.
Yeah,
you know
once we figured out how to frustrate Tom Brady, it was a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it too, you gotta understand with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes really he's hampered with his high ankle sprain, right? He's not gonna be as mobile, but when he makes big plays is when he's outside the pocket. So when we go after him, we can't just go after him like with a blind rush. We gotta be under control like we have been. Be determined to get to him, take him down, and attack the throwing arm, because even when you got him wrapped up, he still finds a way to make plays. So we gotta be very conscious of that when we coming after Pat Mahomes, because you know when we say Pat Mahomes is a really good quarterback, he is a really good quarterback.
Yeah, and he
Inside
can't use
and
his feet,
outside.
ankle sprain or not. He still was using his feet, so I would play him like he don't even have an ankle sprain. Real talk.
Oh yeah, that's how we gotta play. We gotta go get him. Go get his ass.
You
D.
know?
Lee says Debo said attack the secondary, but don't mess with our front. Front is the real deal. That's his quote. Yeah. But how you mess with the secondary, you know, when you have a front like that. I mean, they work in tandem there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They make the secondary better. The secondary is already talented. And that's probably with the average front. They're Pro Bowlers. They're Pro Bowl cornerbacks here. You know what I'm saying? So they cover very well. And if they have to cover for a period of time, that makes them even better. So I don't know. We'll see what Andy has up his sleeve. Oh, this guy. Bill Crow brings up this guy. Nick Wright and Chris Sims are the biggest Eagles haters in national media.
Not giving Chris Sims any
I'm
oxygen.
not giving no energy whatsoever.
I shouldn't give Nick Wright any either, because I just saw a clip of him saying that they're not disrespectful to Jalen Hurts. It's disrespectful for Jalen Hurts to be in the same category with some of the MVP candidates. I said, what?
What other MVP candidates is out there besides Pat Mahomes?
Chris Sims couldn't even wipe Jalen's cleats. That's what's wrong with him.
See, this is why I don't want to give him this energy, because we're focused right now. We're getting stoked up on this game, and we're giving these
no
a time of the day.
We're royalty. We don't have time to talk about the peasants that are chirping from the peanut gallery, aka Chris Sims.
Not at all. And what you gonna say after the Super Bowl? When we win the Super Bowl, what are you gonna say then? Oh, Pat Mahomes got to build an excuse. Pat Mahomes was on a bum ankle. Their fast receiver McCole Hartman had to go on IR. You know, Pachenko had this, and he had a bad wrist, and Travis Kelce, y'all triple teamed him. So Magic Man made a little thing happen, but you couldn't do it all by. Shut the hell up, right?
Man, fuck them all. I'm saying, we've been doing it all year.
Basically,
let's just end this thing. So, I mean, I can't say that, but yo, let's just end this joint, man, and so we can tell the world, man. You know what I mean? Kiss our ass. We got the whole thing. So I'm eager to get to that point where I could just like tell people to kiss my ass.
That's all I really want. That's all I really want. This is the last. This is the last journey to full 100% KMA time, because that's all it's going to be. for until kickoff next year.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna be
let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, man. We getting hyped. I'm hyped. I'm already hyped. I'm just beyond. I'm just trying to day by day, hour by hour, just contain myself. It's almost like a little kid waiting for Christmas. Like I want to go to sleep real early every night so the next day comes. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait. But you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around us by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, Super Bowl contending Philadelphia Eagles, in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So let me know what you're drinking out there. Whatever you do, please drink responsibly. You notice I'm not announcing any alcohol beverage because we're not drinking any right now, but we're all on the wagon. Not Michelle. Michelle just, she drinks when she wants to. So here we go. Everybody else out there, let me know what you're drinking. To our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, don't forget, we're returning to the scene of the crime or the scene of the victory. In this case, Miller's Ale House in Springfield, PA, 18 Baltimore Pike. Come watch the Super Bowl with us. We're going to have a grand time in celebration, hopefully. We'll be celebrating hard and partying hard. If you saw any of the posts from our last visit there, you know that we had a grand time, and we thank everybody for coming out. So if you don't have any plans, come see the Super Bowl with us. All right, we're going to we got to visit this, right? It's because it's going to be out there. If we happen to pull this game off, me and Pat was talking about this before we came on the air. We could have, first of all, we could have possibly, very realistically, have gone 16-1 in the regular season. We lost 2 games without our starting quarterback, and those were winnable games, and very winnable with Jalen. We could have possibly gone into these playoffs 16-1, and then we get to the playoffs and have such dominating wins in both our games. If we can replicate that in the Super Bowl, you have to start talking about this being one of the best teams around. I mean, for at least an era or something. I mean, like, this team has been dominant this year. And if we can replicate this in the Super Bowl, that will just be the icing on the cake. This team is just that stacked, man. Do you guys see how special this team is? And do you agree with me, or am I just tripping?
Absolutely not. I mean, how many Pro Bowlers we have?
A lot.
Right. It was like 8 starting, and then how many alternates? Like another 10, something stupid. A lot.
What 21 Savage? A lot.
A lot. So no, it's not unrealistic for us to be excited about the weapons and what our team has done this year and the matchup, because it's pretty much an even matchup. So no, it's not unrealistic to be excited about that. We can temper that some, because we know, we could name on like one hand what their keys are, but you need both hands to talk about our weapons, and maybe your feet. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the edge goes to, our team. So we just got to do what we do at the end of the day. That's really what we have to do, is just do what we do. Play our game. And they can't stop it.
We say it all the time. Control the line of scrimmage, dominate the line of scrimmage, both offense and defensively. And what's going to happen? As long as you play our style of football, which is not turning the ball over, not having stupid penalties, costing us, you know what? It's a no-brainer. We saw it in these first 2 playoff games. Like, we looked at the Giants and thought the Giants were going to do something. They got formidable defensive front. Please. All right. Then we went against the 49ers. Like, 49ers was putting up some business touchdown. Then you got Jason Kelce in there shaking it. Like this team really, once they get their foothold on and once they get their feeding their foot under them and to start pushing that line of scrimmage, it's a whole different game. Yes, the Chiefs has some great players. Listen, Chris Jones is a game wrecker. You know, he's a monster right there. Nick Bolton, their linebacker, he's a very quick twitch linebacker. Pat Mahomes, you gonna have to say more about Pat Mahomes. Travis Kelce is their number one offensive weapon. But you know, you still gotta go out there and do what we do. Play our game. We play our game. No other team in this league can beat us. Period.
I think it's going to be key we get off the field and third downs too, because we can ill afford them to have methodical drives, like you know, like
absolutely.
I'm not afraid of any big play capability. They don't have Hill anymore.
I mean, they got Isaiah Pacheco. He's pretty quick and pretty fast there. You got Jerick McKinnon. You know, number one, he's a fast twitch guy. Yeah, it's nothing like Tyreek Hill. But there are quick running backs out that can give you mismatch nightmares. And you know, Andy Reid and that offense, they love to exploit the mismatches. You know, they're not like the Kyle Shanahan's of the world who you have a mismatch built in and you go away from it. They're not like the Brian Daboll when you have a mismatch built in with Saquon Barkley, you go away from it. Like Andy Reid uses his mismatches. He doesn't have a dominant running back. He doesn't have it. The guys he have are scat bats, and they are great in the open field. They do a lot of screening, a lot of shovel passes, a lot of stuff over the middle to Travis Kelce that if you think you're going to pressure against Pat Mahomes, it becomes wide open. You got to stay with your keys. You got to stay with your man, and we got to make sure we bring these players down.
Yeah, I agree. My point was that since Tyreek, they don't have any game changers.
They don't.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, big play, explosive game changers. I agree. McKinnon and the other kid are fast, but they're not going to line up on the outside and take a, you know what I mean, and catch a 30-yard, 40-yard pass down. You know what I'm saying? So, but that it still worked for them. They still have, you know, average damn near 30 points a game in the way that they did. That's why Pat Mahomes is being considered for the MVP, because he doesn't have that explosive weapon, and they still had a very explosive offense. So I'm not putting that by him. I'm just saying that I don't think that they've seen the type of defense or the quality of defense that we're going to show them on Sunday. I mean, and maybe this might be wrong, but they could only score 23 against the Bengals. Now, and I'm not saying the Bengals defense is chopped liver, but their defense is not our defense. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think you're right. If we come up and we do what we are capable of doing, if we play our normal game, this should be, you know, a victory for us. You know what I'm saying?
That's
the regular game. And if, you know, we play one of those games down the stretch, like, you know, when we hit our stride right before Jalen got hurt, and we played those 3 games where we was finally putting full games together, if we play one of those, they could forget it. They might as well not even come.
And their secondary is green too.
Yeah, they got a lot of rookies.
They got
like,
a lot
come
of
on, dude. And we got the best. Come on, we got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith on some wet behind the ear corners.
I like this comment from Christopher. He says them extra run yards can't be happening Sunday. I agree with that. As soon as you make contact, wrap them up. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think that we tackled the best against the San Francisco team, but you know, they just were dead in the water. But we cannot, we can ill afford to tackle like that in against the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely. We have to wrap up and bring people to the ground, not any of that hitting them hard, trying to knock them down. No, take them down. Take them down. I never get past that when they run into them real hard, like they're dark or somebody. No, not dark.
They always going for the kill shot. It drives me bananas.
You know what it is?
People bouncing off of.
I tell you exactly what it is. It's that you see that guy come there and you launch yourself. You want to launch yourself as a missile. You think that your momentum is going to take that person backwards. But in reality, coaches always preach it. They're always preaching. No matter what you think you can do, the other guy is working just as hard as you. Right?
Yeah.
So when McCaffrey bounced off, when he jumped over Marcus Epps, he bounced off. I forget. He bounced off Slay. And he basically took the hit from CJ Gardner-Johnson and ran. You got to realize he works just as hard you guys work. So all that hitting with your shoulder pads, hitting with a forearm, it's not going to work. With these guys, it's the same thing. Wrap up. I'm not telling you to hurt anybody. Don't do that. Just wrap up, bring them to the ground. And when it comes to going after Pat Mahomes, this is very, very, very important. Make sure you wrap him up, bear hug him, so the arm is within and he cannot throw the ball.
That's right. That's right. You can't just launch yourself at Pat Mahomes. The ball.
He doesn't need to step into a path to throw a dime.
No, so any concerns though? I mean, like this is weird because we no concern. I'm like, I really don't have.
My only concern is that they don't play their game. That's it.
They're extra tight. They turn the ball over, have too many penalties, and they're not playing Eagle football.
Yeah, that's my only concern. If we play how we play, then we're fine. But if we don't, what other concern could you have at this point? Let's be real.
I mean, we're even in every single conceivable way except for defense. Like we're both the number one seed. We both scored 546 points. We both are 16-3. We both have answer your question, 6 Pro Bowlers with one of the Pro Bowlers who's all pro named Kelsey. So on offense, we look alike. But on defense is where the tide changes. Like I think they're ranked number 19th far as defense wise, right? Take a full advantage of that. Chris Jones is their monster on that defensive line. You know what you do when you have the monster on the defensive line? You go at him. You don't give him an opportunity to play from the backside. You go right at him. You exhaust him, so he has to take himself out the game. So therefore, you have more opportunities to open up the field more. Do you take advantage of the rookie corners? Yes, but Dark Knight, the Shell, we gotta establish that run.
Oh, most definitely.
We gotta beat them up.
I want to see the 3-headed monster of Booby, Scott, and Gainwell. Come on, run it all at him. Run it all at him.
It's this the only game we have. We have to. I mean, they've done a wonderful job with Gainwell in this postseason. We haven't seen the plays that he's been pulling off. That I guess that's that extra wrinkle that they added for the playoffs because Gainwell's been a beast in both playoff games, man. I like what our coaching staff is doing. I'm not even as worried as I was going into the San Fran game because of how they prepared their units for that game. Those units were prepared for the 49ers. I don't think they stood a chance even with their quarterback in there. But hey, that's part of the game. Our defense should be lauded for the hits or the physicality that they displayed in that game. Not how can they discount that? Like, how can you discount? We put out 2 quarterbacks, not one, like 2. Like I said, if this was the 85 Bears, they'd be talking about, they the all-time greatest defense. You know what I'm saying?
The disrespect.
Yeah. It is. It's just disrespect. They just want to see us, quote unquote, play a good team. Like we've been the best team in the NFL.
They say that every week.
1 to week 19. We have been the best team in football. And Sunday, we're going to show we are the best team in football. And what else are they going to say? Again, they go back to those narratives of building excuses. Mahomes is hobbled. No, listen, this team has only allowed 14 points in the playoffs so far. And let's be real, with those 14 points were just gimmies. They were gimmies.
All right, let me go to some comments.
that one comment he had about Watkins was the truth, though. I had to say
Truth,
that.
Ken.
I don't like
Ken,
that.
Ken is that four-headed monster.
I hope so, but
I think so. I really think. I think
Dallas. I checked out on Watkins. I'm looking at Watkins.
Sleeper right
He's like,
there.
I checked out. He's a sleeper
right there.
He's a sleeper Super Bowl show up.
That's
now.
the problem. I need him to wake up.
He's
He's been asleep a lot of times. He's been asleep. You know what I mean? Too much for me. Like, he doesn't make those contested catches like Devontae and AJ. Like, he has the speed, but he doesn't have
That's why he's where he's at.
That daring, like, you know, those guys are fearless when they go for the ball. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know, they're fearless, and I don't see that in Watkins. He has the speed, yes, but he don't have the hands like them. The concentration. B Dizzle says Jalen has to read their defense and he can pick them apart. Yeah, the RPO is what makes, you know, I don't know how you defend it, and I hope they don't know either. Gainwell will have a day, Jeremiah says. Yeah. Somebody says this year's Gainwell is 2018's Clement. That is something, right? Clement would have won the MVP if it wasn't for Nick Foles having a great game. I mean, he had like 100 yards receiving.
No, he was doing
touchdown. He was doing the damn thing. Richard Booth says, yeah, Gainwell will be Clement in this game. Anthony A says, Covey is my sleeper. I think I saw your comment up there too, Anthony. I don't even want to put that in the universe. That's why I didn't put it on the screen. But he was talking about the head official. I don't even want to repeat it. Because I'll be hot. Jeremiah says no Boston Scott. No, Boston Scott doing a good job. Yeah, he doing it. Adrian's going out there. He said, just book my flight and room in AZ. You got tickets, Adrian? Ooh. Let me know if you got tickets or you just going down there to be around the festivities and the atmosphere, because I wouldn't mind that either. I would definitely do a college thing. I am Smokey. We need to run that checkup and put the league on notice. Yeah,
run it up.
I do agree.
Run it up.
I agree with that. I agree. We do need to put these points up and don't stop. Literally, don't stop. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect the heck out of Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, but you know what? Today, this game is a game where you don't hold back anything at all. You leave it all on the field.
That's right. We'll hug you after.
Khalil says Zach Pascal on offense and CJ DJ on D will have game-breaking plays. That's his prediction. I hope you're right. Now, I can see Pascal. You know, I like Pascal's hands. He's not. I
can see him doing Watkins, I can see him making an impact at least on a couple plays.
Aguilar was an X factor in Super Bowl 52. Maybe it's Quez this year.
Ooh, Aguilar,
okay. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm not against it.
That's a good Twitter poll question. I should put that up. Who is it going to be? Quez, Pascal, or
I think it might be Miles.
What?
It might be Miles. Miles might be
the sleeper.
Yeah, the sleeper. No, yeah, the Miles sleeper of the receiver. No, I'm saying is it Pascal? Is it Quez? Who's going to be the sleeper?
Can Gainwell be a sleeper?
No, he's
all right.
That's not going to be shocking to anybody.
All right. Adrian says he has no tickets yet, but they are dropping, so I plan on purchasing my ticket tomorrow at the latest, trying to get the price to drop a little more. All right, I hear that. That's what's up.
Brother.
Go out there and enjoy.
Well, they probably will drop closer to game day because they're not going to try and not have sold out seats.
Right, so people will be like trying to get rid of them at the last minute. Right. Yeah, I guess that's a good strategy. Anthony A says, don't sleep on Maddox having a good game because he's hungry since missing all those weeks.
There's one. He could be added to the list.
Yeah, he could be added to the list. Who you think would be? Oh, that's the end of the quarter. Let me get in that quarter first.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so that's the end of the second quarter. You are watching, or was that the third? That was the third?
That was the second quarter.
That was second quarter. All right.
Yeah, so it had ended a while ago, so we're technically kind of into the third quarter right now.
We're in overtime. All right. We're in halftime.
Yeah, we just got to get off so we can go see them disrespect our team on these NFL honors awards, and then
my goodness,
then we can have another chip on our shoulder.
What channel is that on? Is that NFL Network?
I think is it ESPN or this is either ESPN or NFL Network, I believe.
Yeah, NFL Network.
Okay.
All right, so you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we here getting ready. It's a countdown to the Super Bowl. We only got 3 days. I might go live every day. I might just go live every night to the Super Bowl. I mean, we got to get up now. I mean, I'm anxious, but I'm also excited. Now, I hope everybody out there has the same enthusiasm.
I pulled the
that I have.
I'm gonna be up on Sunday.
I'm saving my energy for Sunday.
All right, here we go. All right, so here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So, everybody, let's raise our glass in celebration to our Philadelphia Eagles as they prepare to take down the Kansas City Chiefs. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Dante, what you got? Tea? What is that?
Yeah, tea.
So is it sweet tea or green tea?
No, Snapple.
Oh,
Snapple.
All right. Who's your MVP? Who's the MVP?
I'll let you go first, Michelle.
I have a tie between Reddick or Hurts.
Ooh,
Reddick or Hurts? I like Reddick.
That's it.
I like Reddick to get it, but I don't think he's going to have the game we want him to have. I think it's going to be another defensive lineman that's going to have a monster game because they're going to put the focus onto Reddick. You know, they're going to put the focus on the Reddick. I think BG, who has done it before, becomes that terror on the defensive side when they put him inside with Fletcher Cox. I think that's going to be a crucial part of our defense.
I can see that.
But I've been talking about this man since the first playoff game. You know, I said against the Giants, he's going to get 3 touchdowns. He didn't get none. Against the 49ers, he's going to get 3 touchdowns. He didn't get none. I think A.J. Brown is going to light it up. He's going to straight up. He's going to get these slant passes and reverse field. He's going to get at least 150 yards. It's going to be between him and Jalen Hurts. I already think that's going to happen because I know he's going to be very, very hungry and determined.
Oh, he is chomping at the bit right now.
To make sure his homie, his best friend, looks great. And not only that, you know, he wants to put on and show off that, you know what, Tennessee, you effed up. Again.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Michelle?
No, I told you.
Oh, you did. You went first.
Yeah, it's what you think. What you think, Dante?
Dante's scared. He's I don't know.
No, I like Reddick. I really like Reddick, but I see your point with them focusing on Reddick and maybe taking him away. But I don't know how you do that all game. I mean, like this team and this D line they have people that beat one-on-ones very well. So you pick your poison. If you want to focus on Reddick, we have the other 3 or 4 defensive linemen are beasts in themselves. They're beasts in themselves. Talking about Sweat and BG, Fletcher, Ndamukong Suh. Man, these guys are beasts. So, you know, they can try. But I like Hassan Reddick. And on offense, I like A.J. Brown too.
Yeah,
I do like A.J. Brown.
Listen, I think all of our options are on the table at this point. The fact that we're even discussing 3 to 4 players for MVP at this point, that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah. Glenn says put A.J. down for 2 TDs. Put him down. No. Yo, James says, how about special teams being a sleeper? That will be
Could you imagine?
Shocker. Go live every night.
About Kobe scoring
I'm gonna come alive.
We scoring the game-winning touchdown off.
Somebody said they were saying Brett and Kobe.
KC linebackers heads will be on the swivel with Hurts, and the RPOs Goddard will have 100 yards and challenge for MVP. That's a bold call.
Yeah, I haven't even talked about that. Like, you know, how Jalen Hurts in that RPO with Shane Steichen froze the linebackers for the 49ers. The best linebackers in football were froze. They were in their own stands while the player was running by them. Boston Scott was running next to Dre Greenlaw when he realized, oh, he has the football. Because he was looking at Jalen Hurts. Like to have this player that can actually run this
that was
play
funny.
to perfection is one of the best things this team has ever done. I have to say that.
All right, Miss Jones says MVPs will be Hurts, Reddick, Brown, special teams. Wow. The key to an Eagles win is for them to play their game, score, and keep scoring. All gas, no breaks.
All gas, no breaks. That's right, Miss Pam. All gas, no breaks.
Yeah, the special teams come out. I mean, I guess you could count them if it's a close game and Elliott has to pull it out. Yeah, that would be a special teams. Definitely big, coming up big. But outside of that, I hope that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not that close where we need Elliott to come out and kick a game-winning field goal. I'll take it, don't get me wrong, but that means it was closer than I expected. Go Eagles.
Yes, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. I have to dress up right now because the owner of that team down in Texas said something, and it kind of pissed me off.
Ooh.
It said,
tell us how you really feel.
He said the Eagles push all the chips in to go for it this year. So they did all this to go for it. You know, the way they did it is not building this, it's to go for it this year. Really? All of our starters, except for one person on offense, has been drafted by this organization. All of our starters, except for A.J. Brown, been drafted by this organization. That whole offensive line. Find Jordan Malala out in Australia and turn him into a top 10 left tackle in the NFL.
Talk about it.
Taking a undersized center in the 5th round who's going to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as one of the best centers to ever do it. To have a right tackle, when he's on the field, your team is dominant.
He's an asshole, man. That was just stupidity. I'm serious. He's
just jealous. His GM could never.
A lot of hate
was jealousy.
GM could never. That's
he's smarter than that.
Down to.
There's a lot of hating going on.
That the future wasn't mortgaged. That we weren't all in. I mean, we're in the Super Bowl. We got 2 first-round picks next year.
Yeah. He mad because he wasted all that money.
Mortgage the whole future and still have as much draft capital as we have. That was just hate. He's an asshole.
Mad.
He's just mad. He's on his long term.
Mad.
He's on his long term build. 30 years. He got on a 30-year plan.
His quarterback, meanwhile, was talking about mattresses at the Super Bowl, not playing in it.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Rod says huge Super Bowl party at the house, Atlanta, GA, 50 deep. All right, damn.
Oh,
yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be off the hook. Pressure burst pipes. KC's not built for this smoke.
Not built for
That's
this
what I'm thinking too, man. We about to show out, and we about to show out in that joint. I'm telling you. I think we about to show out in Arizona, and there's going to be no doubt after that. It's nothing else to be said. No.
I wasn't trying to be cocky about it, Dark Knight.
Yeah, like
I wasn't trying. I was trying to be a reasonable guy. Knowing that my team is way better than your team, and be reasonable about it. But the writing's on the wall. Even though the bettors are still disrespecting us with only a 1.5. We're the favorite by 1.5. Like I don't feel at ease being in this position to be the favorite.
A lot of people don't feel comfortable being a favorite because for so long we were being disrespected in every other way, but now everybody's picking us to win the game. I'm like, don't jump on our bandwagon now. You didn't like us then, don't like us now.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't like this. I don't like this feeling though, because I never felt like this. Like this team, I feel like this win is inevitable. Like it's going to happen. It's grease the polls right now. Like that's what I feel like. Like I'm like Dante, I might leave at halftime to go down Broad Street.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I'm gonna soak it in this time, Pat. Well, one thing we probably can promise, Pat won't be crying after this one since he's not drinking.
I'll be drinking after this one. We win a Super Bowl. Yeah. We win a Super Bowl.
Last time you were already lit by the time we got to the post game, and then he was emotional. He was emotional to say the least.
I damn sure was.
But no, I'll be taking it all in this time. Pat was even there like, no, who was it? Shell was like, how can y'all be so calm? Like he was talking to me mostly. He wasn't talking to Pat because Pat was crying, but he probably was talking to me. I had a show to get on. I mean, I was excited, don't get me wrong, but yeah, second time around, man, this is big. If we pull this off Sunday, this is huge. This is 2 in 5 years. Like they don't have to give us respect. I just want to be able to say kiss my ass. That's all. I just want to be able to say that.
We're gonna get custom Eagles Talk shirts.
Yes, I need one.
Super Bowl
what?
Champs.
Oh yeah, I got shirts too. I bring them to the if you guys show up at the thing, I have Eagles Talk shirts for sale.
Oh, shucks.
So yeah, I got some
merch.
Yeah,
we gotta put up a shop.
Boom. I'm going dry for a bit after Super Bowl. Made it to May last time. Okay, all right. Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm
when
definitely not gonna make it after the Super Bowl. The drinking pad is back.
Yeah. Oh man, Richard Booth said he's having a party at his house too. Oh, we have to. I guess we'll wait till after Sunday though. But the conversation they've been talking about a little bit about this year's team versus the 2017 team. And nobody wanted to change their mind. Anybody that was down with 2017 want to jump over now?
No, I mean player for player, like we do have more a dominant team, but they did what we want to do. They accomplished what we want to.
Yeah,
we can't compare the teams unless they both won the Super Bowl. Then it's a legitimate conversation.
Then it's a legitimate pass.
Other than that, it's just like frivolous conjecture.
Got it. This is my Philly
I
thing
use some
t-shirt.
SAT words up in there.
And that's
the end of the quarter.
All right, that's the end of the third quarter. So you're watching Eagles Talk, man. We getting ready for this Super Bowl. Just going over. Everybody's comfortable. Everybody seems comfortable in the room. Also, like, is there any concerns that anybody has about this game coming up Sunday? What scares you in this game? Tell me. I need to know.
Have no fear.
Is everybody just that? I mean, I've never seen this. Never seen this on the chat room, on the show. Nobody is nervous about anything. We'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. So you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around us by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Super Bowl, soon to be Super Bowl champions. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. My adult beverage today is Snapple Raspberry Tea. Okay, so let me know what you're drinking out there. And whatever you do, make sure you drink responsibly. So to our Philadelphia Eagles and this win on Sunday, let's go get them, guys. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, here you go. There you go. That's a legitimate one. Ed says the refs scare me a little.
You know what?
That's a legit one. Who's the crew? Did they announce the crew? The ref crew?
Yeah, and that's what Anthony had put up early. He said the head official is 6-8 when he's done games for us, and like something ridiculous number in favor of the Chiefs when he does
the Chiefs. But you know what? You can't let that affect you. You really gotta go out there and still perform, do your job. Don't cost yourself the game by doing these. You know when you're going to have a penalty against yourself. You know that you can't block somebody in the back. You know once you get out the box, you can't hold them. You can't grip them up. You can't do this. You can't do. You know that. We know that. Nick Sirianni put a plan in order when he first come in here. He said he's going to make sure his players are smarter. They know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. All you got to do is follow that. All you gotta do is follow that philosophy, and we don't have to worry about this doggone refs.
Terry Davis Jr. He says, "Man, if we win, got to get to Philly for a game next season. Want to feel that atmosphere. Eagles fan for 25 years. Yeah, you definitely have to come, whether we win or not. You need to come because that atmosphere at the Link is electric, and you got to experience it once in your life." And it'd be a great time to come next year, and we'll be Super Bowl
40 whiners. I like that, JT. We're gonna call them the 40 whiners forever now. The 40 whiners. Just take one of the ends out of there.
Yeah, I'm done with these guys. I'm officially done with those guys on the left coast.
UDUN.
Yep.
Done.
All right. Tony says, I think the Birds are better all-around team, but number 15 has been known to pull plays out of his ass like the officials pulling flags out of theirs. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm worried about that. I don't want that. That's probably the only concern I have is the refs. Richard Booth says, I'm concerned about Mahomes' health after our bookends eat his ass up. Yep.
Talk that ish.
The Chiefs are bums. Eagles going to run all over them. Ed Clinton, yeah, I did hear that. Angela was talking about that on the show today. The head official has called the most penalties this year.
And they pick him to do the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
like,
why would
what kind
you
of bullshit is that?
That's that bullshit. See, that's that bullshit right there. Like,
why
would you put him in the game?
TBS.
Man,
oh,
Mahomes' girl trying to hurt an Eagles fan or player. She's a nutball.
What happened?
Let me find out he got a crazy Karen.
Yeah,
that's a shame. She can't be out there acting all crazy during Super Bowl time.
What happened? I'm lost.
And who's sick? Aren't some of them like with the flu or something?
I hope not. I hope they stay at a different hotel. They're nowhere close to all the craziness.
Yeah, a few of them were coming down sick. I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, they could be just blowing our head up, but remember what happened to the Phillies when they were sick, and we never talk about it. But remember, half the team had the flu and the pennant, and we lost that other team.
Well, I do gotta say this about Pat Mahomes. Listen, he has a high ankle sprain, and he said he played on it, and he was able to do what he was able to do during with that adrenaline rush and stuff like that. I had a high ankle sprain. It's painful as hell, and what's going to happen is, during that first half that you're playing, you're going to be all right. You're going to be able to get through to it. That halftime, that long ass halftime is when your adrenaline rush dissipates, and now you're playing on full whatever, like guts. You might not even play the same. You might not be able to move after halftime because you come down from that high. And we just gotta be smart in what we do against Pat Mahomes. Understand that he's not going to be the Pat Mahomes we saw from yesterday year. Like, the guy that's going to go around in circles and all this jazz. He's not going to be that Pat Mahomes. Take advantage of what we can take advantage
of. Chris Rogers says, as the days get closer, the more nervous I am. I wasn't this nervous on my deployments to Iraq or Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
Well, damn.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, we thank you for your service, boy.
Now you stressing me out, Chris. Come on now.
Like, whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. This game is scarier than Iraq and Afghanistan. That's scary. Now that's some scary
that's
shit right there.
That's the first thing you could have said to us. I would be up all night now.
Like, yo, that was too deep right there, Chris. You should have dropped that. Now I'm like, yo,
he brought the whole room.
This game
down,
is scarier than that.
It's scarier than war, y'all.
All right, you gotta keep Mahomes in the pocket. Don't let him get outside. He's fantastic. Now remember when you couldn't put 100% into the Birds? Those were teams led by Andy Reid. Love to you, Andy, but this is our new team. Yeah,
not mad at that, William.
Not at all. Oh, wow, Chris, that's deep. Somebody said, oh, wow, Chris, that's deep.
Our leaders, like, Chris just dropped a bomb.
I said, my God, my bad, guys.
We was all relaxed. Chris
now I'm not relaxed no more. Like,
now.
I'm scared. Maybe he knows something I don't know. Oh, my God. Looking forward to watching the game with the fellas at the bar. Let's go, Eagles. Oh, that's what's up, Bree. Chris, please relax. It's going to be okay. Bill says, relax, Chris. It's going to be okay. Oh, JT is the one that called them the 40 whiners. Yeah. I'm not. I feel good, man. I just want to get closer and closer to this game. Mahomes, the wide receivers are not healthy. Another advantage I think that we have, but the key is not to. Not look past them, not to look past the fact that they may be inferior wide receivers. They're in the NFL, so they can play. So please, don't look past them. Play them as if they were Diggs or Justin Jefferson. We shut people down. So don't let these names.
Our team is good at that, and I think it's our fan base that's not good at not looking past some of these folks.
we have a history of it. Let's be honest. Like before this year, we had a history of letting these other receivers, not the stars, other receivers become stars against us. Cruz, let's be honest. Cruz didn't have a name until he scored on us. Chris.
The boy that played for Atlanta
for the Giants. Victor Cruz.
Oh, Victor Cruz. Oh,
you got Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns when you had your middle linebacker covering. Like, we are bound to do dumb things. And I think this game itself, with the talent that we have, with the understanding, with the philosophy of who we are playing, I think these guys are more locked in than we really think it is. And as fans, we're nervous because we're so used to what used to happen. And not realizing these players wasn't here.
Oh man! All right, Chris got to go. He got to put the kids down. I know what that is. I know what that's like. I got Eagles fans coming from Memphis, PA, Cali, and Nevada, all coming. Our fan club here is expected to have at least 400 at the tailgate party. He's in Arizona. He's out
Arizona,
there. That's
Chris.
what's up.
We can get there right now. Get to that tailgate.
I need a correspondent out in Arizona. Chris, what you doing on Sunday? I can send you a link. I need a correspondent. I got somebody for where they going to be at? Delaware. I think I got somebody that's going downtown Philly, so I can go to them live in the post game. I'm looking for correspondents for Sunday's game. I want to go around. Last time we had somebody in Australia.
We got Tony. Give Tony the number. Tony, you got to call in. We got to get somebody to call in. Video time.
See what it is.
My son's gonna be at a bar in Phoenix. I think he's filming. They're having like this big VIP party with former Eagles players that are out there.
We need somebody to call in while we're on. That's how we did the last time. We got to do it like that this time.
All right, Chris. Yeah, I need. I'm probably hit you up on Facebook. I might need you to go live. I'll send you a link. All you have to do is tap on the link and just video.
We should have that Houston bar tap in too. I follow them on Twitter.
Oh,
one of our the girl that plays
too.
Pool. The girl that's playing pool. I think she's going to the Houston ball. I think she said she's going to the Houston bar.
She's scared to play me in pool. She already sold it.
Oh, here you go.
Here you go.
No, Tony, you don't have to call in. You do it on the phone.
He said, "Be warned."
He said, "Be warned." Yeah. He'll have like a case of beer by that time. If he start at 8:00, the game, he'd be done. And he could drink some beer. Tony can drink some beer. He's not a shot guy, but he probably drink you under the table if it's all beer. Did Jason Kelce feed BG some inside information to mess with him on the field? BG likes to chirp, and Jason probably knows all of Travis's dirty information. Wow. Yeah, BG gonna be
he chirp anyway. He don't even need ammunition. He plays good when he chirps.
Yes, I need BJ to hit Juju and tell him, you have never been a Philly. Shut your mouth and know your role when it comes to talking about cheesesteaks.
I know cheesesteaks. How you gonna judge our cheesesteaks? We invented the thing. I understand. People invent things, maybe people improve it. But nobody has improved the Philly cheesesteak. That's blasphemy. What's wrong with that? That's enough right there. All right, I'm mad. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
I got a donkeys waiting for me.
All right, we going anyway. I'm going to watch the NFL honors and see them diss my team some more. Yeah. You guys, man, I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm gonna be on here tomorrow.
That's great. I'm not.
I know.
I love y'all though. I love y'all. But,
we'll chop it up tomorrow, yo. Yeah, Juju out of pocket. But I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight, for Nichelle and Pat, who will not be here tomorrow. We'll see you guys. They'll see you guys on Sunday, but I'll see you tomorrow. We're out. Peace.
We go live in 5.